All right, good morning. Welcome to FITFC. Let's start things off with our weekly verse, which is from Deuteronomy 24, which says, "For the Lord your God is he who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to give you the victory." Keep that in mind as we train today. I'm going to watch the clock up here for our box breathing. It's going to be 5 seconds breathing in, 5 seconds hold it, 5 seconds breathing out, 5 seconds hold it for 3 sets. Go here in just a couple seconds. And go ahead. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and do our stretches. We're going to do reach and contract, side to side. Rotate the torso. Lean back. Separate those feet. And reach down, side to side. Come all the way up. Let's go ahead and squeeze the feet. Open them up. Go ahead and switch. Calf. Up, down, across. Go ahead and switch. Down, up, down, across. Get the quads. Hamstring. Switch. Feet together, knees together, squeeze in. Feet apart a little bit. Push those knees out. And go up and in. Get the hip straight up. Out to the side. Go ahead and switch up and in. Straight up. Out to the side. Squeeze the stomach. Okay, go down the cross. Get your oblique. And switch. Get your chest. Okay, squeeze the glutes. Lean back till you kind of get that lower back. Shoulders back, pull and squeeze. Arms up, pull down, squeeze. Use the hands. Open them up. Curl in. Curl up. Okay, punch down and get your triceps. Curl up, get those biceps a little bit. Punch out, pull back. Pull and squeeze. And straight up. There you go, and shrug. Chin down, big circles. Change direction. Okay, shoulders going back. Shoulders going forward. Turn out from the elbow. Change directions. Rotate the wrists. Go ahead, change. Pull back on the fingertips, get the wrists. Pull down. Switch, pull back. Pull down. Circles forward. Circles backwards. There you go, right over left, left over right. Go ahead, swing down, touch your back. High elbow, pull back. Okay, tuck in, open up. Rotate from the torso. Hands and hips go down, around, lean back. change direction. Separate the feet, gonna reach down, reach up, rotate the arm. Switch. Switch. And switch. All right, go on your stomach, get our scorpions, go hand up a little bit above the shoulder, rotate, opposite leg comes across. Hold for a second or two. Switch. Switch. And one more. Oh, a little sore from the back squat workout the other day. Right, let's do hips. Circles. Change direction. Switch. Change direction. All right, we're going to go leg swings across the body. 10 each side. Switch. Kick straight up and down for 10 each. Switch. We'll need chest, right and left. Back and get the quads. Come across, grab the ankle, push down the knee. Get a little hamstring sweeps. Okay, feet together, knees together, small circles. You gotta change directions. Hands going to toes, push down and get your calves. I'm gonna open up the feet as far as I can go. Hold for a second or two, then come in. Second or two, then you're gonna walk on the outsides, insides, toes, heels, and small ankle circles. Change direction. Switch. Change. Okay, we'll do reverse lunge, 10 total, 5 aside. Okay, 5 air squats, toes out a little bit, grip the ground. Arms come up for counterbalance, try to get a little bit below parallel. Stand tall, gonna do 5 reps. Okay, next will be deadlift. Feet a little more narrow, toes straight ahead. Arms straight, shoulders back in a hinge so you get to knee height. Then hips and shoulders drop at the same rate, eyes forward and down. 5 reps. Okay, hips and chest touch at the same time. Next for our push-ups. Before that happens, we're rock forward so shoulders go a little bit past the wrists, elbows about 45 degrees. Do 5 reps. Good, next we're in your stomach. Prone eyes, so feet down, reach out, pull back and squeeze for 10. Or do 5 pull-ups. Either one. All right. Next will be a 400-meter run. So I'm going to go upstairs track here. Remember, heels don't touch. Stay nice and tall, lean into your run. Or you can do step up. You also can do a little plate run or bike. Or do that run if you can. Right. Okay, grab a med ball, do our lateral throws. All right, get some water and get ready. So, get any of the gear on you need. All right. Put a little more water in. So for today's workout, we have 2 movements. Kind of set them both up here and here. We're going to be going from dips, which we start with, and we go to, I've said over here a couple bands, but a ski erg if you have a ski erg. So back and forth between the 2 of those. All right, so let's put this over here. All right, so for the 2, for your dips, so this workout's going to go kind of descending ladder. So it'll be 10 dips to start with, and then you transition to your ski erg, and we do, or bands, which I've set up here, and you do 10 pulls, and you always stay with 10 pulls no matter what. Dips go down by 1, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This stays at 10, so it'll be 10 dips, 10 pulls from the ski erg or bands, 9, 10, and so forth. So for technique, I'll be doing kipping, and we're doing kind of bar dips. If you only have rings, that's fine. You can do rings if you like, but bar would be preferred. If you don't have any kind of bars like this, you can always get 2 boxes. So I have like boxes over there we use for box jumps, or stools, things that are decently high. And instead of having a technique where the legs are a little more straight with these, you can turn it into more of a bent knee, and you're coming down and using that to press off and kind of making it more of a strict dip. And you can use your feet for support. Even with these 2, if I need to, I can put plates under here, or I can bring these down, and I can use my feet to push down for a little bit of support. Other option is throwing a band on. So I could throw, and I'll show you that really quick here. If I'm going to use a band for dips, I could throw it on like this, and 1 or 2 feet I can simply step on it and use that as my assistance here. I'm going to be just we're going to practice some warm-up reps first. Technically, we'll do some strict ones before we do any kipping. So with strict, we're going to be going from the top. So from the top position here, feet are out in front, legs are squeezed together, toes kind of pointed. And from here, we're looking at that shoulder right about elbow height or a little bit below, and we're driving out of it. Notice that my chest will start to come down. I'm not staying completely upright with the chest. It'll start to come down naturally as I get deeper into the movement. I'm going to drive out of it. A kip, which I'm going to use, is going to be a straight leg at the bottom, here, straight leg at the bottom, and I'm going to drive my knees up once I get to my bottom position with my upper body, knees up, and then as I'm coming up to that full position, that full extension, I'm going to bring those legs and arms come like that at the same time. So I'll do a couple more here just so you can see. And straight leg. Bottom, I'm going to drive the knees up and kick them back out. And I'll be doing that for today's workout just to kind of speed the repetitions up, and so I can go more in a row than just strict. So practice your dip variation. That's what I'm going to use for today. Boxes, bands, any variation is fine. I wouldn't do, you always see versions of dips from the bench like this, that position. I would avoid that and go more of that neutral position with the hands, a little bit more natural than coming back and rocking back onto the bench with those type of dips. So find your variation there. If you're good to go ahead and get to your ski erg if you have one. If you don't, I'll show you how to set up bands. 2 options. If you have 2 bands, these are slightly different resistances, but if I grab this band here, I can get about the same amount of tension with these 2. If you have 2 bands at the same tension, that'll be ideal. And what that'll look like is I'm going to get them attached to any height really. And the further I step back, the more tension I get. So I want to step back to the point where I feel some decent tension at the top here. Then as I hold the bands, I'm going to try to drive them down by my hips and let my chest come down into like a hinge position. And then I come up either with a straight arm or kind of circle up. Either one's fine. So I'm going to drive them down, chest comes down, come back up. That would be a good option for a ski erg if you don't have one. Another option, if you only have one band, is you can grab with a neutral grip. Same thing, a little tension at the top, and we're just going to pull down and come up. This one, it limits you a little bit because it's going to be just right in front, where if you have two bands, you can get a little bit next to the hips and behind and come around. Makes it more efficient and more realistic. So if you have two bands, ideal. If not, just use one and try that variation. And we're going to have, remember, 10 pulls every time here. All right, so take a minute getting used to move your ski erg or your bands and playing around tension and getting your dips ready. And we'll start here in about a minute or so. So let me find a timer. Remember, it's for time. So we'll go in a minute. Remember, it's always going down here and always staying at 10. I'll go here in 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, keep working, still working. All right. Okay, we're gonna do accessory next. So we're gonna do a barbell bent over row, 3 sets of 15. So I'm going to add just a little bit here. All right. So for bent over row, hands a little bit outside the shoulders. Get a nice grip on the bar, shoulders down and back. From your standing position, you're going to hinge. We're going to try to put that bar a little bit below the knee, eyes forward and down. From here, we're going to pull up and touch it a little bit below the chest, think up and back. We're going to do 15. All right. After your first set, you can reevaluate if you want to stay, go up or go down. Won't take super long in between these sets. We're going to do 2 more sets, so that's 15. All right, second set. Good. Stay there. If you find yourself kind of moving the body a lot, then go down a little bit. Try to be very strict with this so we can isolate the rhomboids a little bit more. All right, let's get our last set in there. All right. And that will do it. We're going to move on to our stretch. So the last bit, so for their SPP portion, if you could be done for today, if you play a particular sport or have a particular goal, this would be the time to practice those skills or movements and get additional work in there. If you're training, just want to be very fit, well-rounded, this could be a portion where you work on some specific weaknesses, whether it be a specific lift, energy system, or any other type of combination of movements. And if you're doing an SPP work, which is specific physical preparedness, think 2 or 3 times a week. If you are in season, you're probably with your team, or if you train solo, then you can start to do a little more volume and back off the GPP portion, but this is always optional stuff. But if you're good to stretch, I'm gonna grab a band. Go here. All right. Let me test this out first. Okay. So what I did here, what I'm doing here is kind of putting my hand through. I'm going to grab the band, and this is pretty high. You can always use a lower bar if you need to. You just want to have enough tension to the point where if I went to, I'm going to go turn. As I turn, I'm going to tuck, I'm going to bring the band down, and I'm going to tuck it behind my back. Oops. I'm going to tuck the hand behind my back. So palm is up, and I'm going to try to bring those shoulders back. And I can always step out for more tension. I'm going to try to look to feel it all in the shoulder. 46. We'll go for a minute and a half here on each side. And if it gets a little too much, you can always walk back or always use a different tension band. We'll try to settle into it. Big deep breaths. Remember, a minute and a half per side. All right, slowly come on out. Oh. And switch sides. You're going to find that one side is going to be a little bit more loose than the other, and that's this side for me. Right's always tighter, so that's definitely tough. All right, that's a minute and a half. Slowly come on out. Now we'll do it. Good stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow.